What up, everybody? Green Shafir, Rev Beeve. Yes, you made it. Congratulations. I guess sometimes it's kind of hard to make these things. Like right now, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday for us. A lot of people are probably working. A lot of people out and about. Who knows, dude? It's a big world out there. So
It is indeed.
glad you can make it.
It is a big world and also a small world. You'd be surprised how well we're connected we are once you kind of put the feelers out there.
What does that even mean,
I
dude? What
don't
are you
know, dude.
hinting at right
I'm not
now?
hinting at anything besides that the world is a lot smaller than we think.
True.
All right. So it's been one of those days. We got a lot going on in the background, and that's why we're a little bit late, like 5 minutes late or so.
Mm-hmm. No big deal. We've been later, but we can get it crack lacking nonetheless.
Yeah. So we got
I don't
good.
know. Yeah, we got a POAP to set up, correct?
Yeah, I was gonna say we got POAPs to give, and we have a 3-in-1 NFT. As a matter of fact, we have a raffle as well, brought to you by your boy. Where's it at? Your boy, Green Chauffeur.
Oh,
Look at
shit.
that! Look
Green
at that!
Shifter, dude.
Oh, all right. But first, we'll be distributing the Popes. That way, you have like an extra chance to win that 3-in-1 NFT. And we'll be starting this raffle at the end of the call, towards the end of the call. Give it like 15 minutes or so. And
Mm-hmm.
then Green Shifter did win last time. Was it Meow won the 3-in-1 NFT?
Yep, I remember that. And two others also won more accessories, correct?
Yeah. I don't know if we know who they are though, but okay. So we have a lot to discuss today. Let me look at my notes here. Hopefully everyone's having I guess depending on where you're located, it's getting cold here in the States, and specifically in Texas, it is supposed to freeze tonight. And right now
I
it's
think we're
only,
the last ones like in the world where it got cold
yeah.
before, because everyone else has been dealing with coldness all along. So
Yeah.
it's not news to you guys, but to us, it's like, oh man, burr, I guess. Burr, it's cold.
Yeah.
Unless you're like in Vietnam or something, it's probably like nice and warm over there, toasty.
Yeah.
You know,
Isn't that where you want to live, I man?
I wouldn't mind it. Vietnam or yeah, somewhere around there, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds great. It sounds great for the joints. Nice and hot and humid all year round, dude. That's perfect. I'm
Yeah.
getting older, man. I start to think about these things. How to best protect my ligaments and stuff. That's what happens, dude. The older you get.
That's hilarious. All right. Let's jump into this. So I have a list of items that we can discuss. Um, so as far as Rovi's, there was. So I'm still, man. Am I still in the same spot as I was last week? Yeah, I am. So I'm still in the metaverse, and we had talked about all the different transporters and superchargers that were deployed. So right now, the development has been focused on the hologram meta, which will bring finally the Rovies into the metaverse.
Mhm.
So let's kind of look into. Oh damn, man! I forgot to bring up. All right, give me a second, guys. I have these images I want to share about the wearable. That's one thing I didn't download here. Um, you
Yeah,
want to
I think we
you?
showed it last week, right? But
Yeah,
the feedback was it last week or the week before?
last
I
week.
think it was the week
Oh, it was a
before.
week before. You're right. It was a week before.
Yeah, we showed it to you guys, but there was feedback. A little more illumination, please, which we kind of agreed with. It's in the metaverse, but in Decentraland specifically, things tend to just look better with the proper light application to them. I think it's the nature of there's a night and dark mode within Decentraland, so you want your wearable to you know uh, live in the night, I guess. So
Yeah.
we took that advice, sent it to our designer, which is Willis.
I don't have their name because there's a bunch of letters.
Okay, anonymous designer that we
Oh,
will.
you know what? It's part of the MetaZoo crew, so it's that team over there.
There you go.
Yeah, if you ever
Yeah,
been to like a MetaZoo location, it's like pretty advanced in terms of their 3D skills over there.
Yeah, totally, dude. I mean, it's one of the beautiful things about the wearable market. Like it's expanded to there's legitimate brands that are, emerging from wearable creators,
Yeah.
which is it's what we wanted to see, it's what we expected to see, and we're doing our part and participating in that whole economy, uh, you know, by having them make our first Rovi wearable. So
Yeah. You can't see this right now, Iman, but I have the images and I'm sharing them with the live stream here.
okay, right on.
I got one more. All right, give me some feedback, guys, on what you think about these wearables.
Yeah, yay or nay? Should we scrap the whole thing or not? I don't think we can at this point. No, no scrapping. All right, cool, dude. This is it then, dude. This is our Origin Rovi wearable asset, and there's going to be a lot more in the future for sure. Because I mean, if you're an operator, dude, you got to look the part. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not
Yes.
only that, but yeah, there's going to be gameplay enhancing functionality to these things. So
Yeah, we don't
yeah,
know how yet. I mean, because we need to figure out the balance of the game first, and then we can start enhancing things. I was gonna say Decentraland just released a blog post, I think in the last couple of days, where they're talking about how they're gonna focus on a client application as well as a mobile app, which is what we've been rallying for. And then they had like this thing called smart wearables or something like that, if I remember
mm-hmm,
correctly.
mm-hmm.
And they didn't mention like this other, I think they were calling it a mobile experience where they can, like, you could take your Ethermon with you, things like that, and potentially eventually Rovies. So they didn't
Mm-hmm.
mention that, so I'm pretty sure that's a little bit more complicated than what they originally thought. However, I don't know what a smart wearable means other than potentially like integrating with like games, but
I think it just means more like programmability, most likely to a wearable.
yeah.
I think they demoed it with like these like X-ray goggles. Like if you put them on, it just changed like the whole look and vibe of a scene. If you take them off, the scene goes back to normal.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, because they Decentraland used that. They showcased that in one of their quests recently, and
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean that's important, man, because like we just talked about, the wearable economy is growing. It's blooming. Now they're gonna add, bring in more development to it, which is kind of like how the metas are, right? There's different tiers of metas too. So I think the wearables are kind of evolving similarly, like in parallel, right? They start off as like static pieces of content that don't really do anything, but now they're kind of,
Yes.
there's programmability to them now coming, and they'll have real function and utility in the future, and
Yes.
they'll be more complicated to make in that reason. So they'll probably be more expensive.
More
You know what I
valuable.
mean? Just the same thing with metas. Complex metas are normally more expensive because they do things. They can generate revenue. They can, harbor assets for you. They could be gateways for you to interface with actual protocols in the outside world. There's a bunch of things a meta can do, right? So
Yes.
wearables, they're getting there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Miles from Decentral Games, he shared a tweet recently that their wearables generate like $11 million in sales or something like that, and
Oh
it's
yeah, they're flying off the shelves, dude.
yeah. So I think the utility aspect of wearables, I mean, they've proven it. They did it.
Totally,
And so
they did it,
now,
dude.
now it's about like getting other creators to do the same thing, because once you can use wearables as far as enhancing gameplay, I mean, I don't think there's a better wearable than that. It doesn't even have to matter what it looks like, but of course, you want to make it cool.
Yeah,
Um,
it starts to solve. I don't know if you guys have been watching our YouTube content, but we've been posting videos of us kind of like reacting to mainstream sentiment about, especially Decentraland in particular. The metaverse as a whole. There's a mainstream like hatred towards it at the moment, but this is normal for like any new innovation. There's like the beginning stages. What is it called? Disbelief,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
There's a
yeah.
disbelief phase. So during these YouTube videos that we made, or we talked about what things need to happen in order for this sentiment to kind of shift and people to kind of like more
Yeah.
intuitively understand the purpose for the metaverse, right? And these are the beginning stages of that. Once, it's building little fragments of economic activity. And like, the wearables are just now starting to get there. The meta economy is going to contribute to that too in the future once all these things are NFTs. So
Yeah.
it's happening, dude. It's slow, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
As soon as you said sentiment, I immediately went to the Bitcoin chart, and
But
it's funny.
actually,
I was talking with Iman offline, and he was talking about how the sentiment is getting worse. And it's funny,
yeah,
that sentiment is like exactly aligned with this little red dip here that's happened over the last day.
that's how freaking emotionally invested I am, dude. Like, if I don't even have to look at charts, dude. Like, a red candle is in my mind.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because that sentiment, I laugh because I saw that red candle. I was like, dude, Iman's already feeling it.
Already, dude. God damn it. But yeah, we made more videos about this too, just because you gotta look at Bitcoin, even though it's totally, to me, not interesting. To Will, this is the most fascinating thing in the planet.
Dude, it is fascinating, man. This is the first example of real money that we've seen.
It is. It's definitely interesting, but I'd much rather talk about the metaverse and NFTs and stuff like that. Way cooler.
That's definitely more interesting. But yeah. All right. So I think we got a consensus here. Everyone likes it. There's going to be some utility added to the wearables. So I guess next steps is I'm going to give our designer a green light, and then we'll go through the process to actually minting these. And
it starts with an approval committee, right?
That's right. $500 and an approval. Right. So it's 500 USD, right? Or 500 in terms of
it's like a flat USD fee. So
okay.
So yeah, there should be no issue getting it approved.
Yeah.
But as soon as it is, then however long it takes for it to go through that process, because this is a new process for us. Because the first time we made wearables, I don't know, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, man, we had to get
it took it a total. It took a DAO vote in order to get your wearable approved, and we were the first 10 teams in Decentraland history to get our wearable approved.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy, dude. You had to do this big ass campaign and shit just to get your votes. It
was like we're running for president, dude.
Yeah, and then at last minute, the Chinese whales came out of nowhere and just tried nuking people.
Yeah, they did.
It was a whole thing. These are early days of Decentraland, where it was kind of uncertain how the DAO would.
It didn't perform well. I mean, we're very critical about it because DAO right now, there's only a few examples where DAO has worked, and Decentraland is not one of them. So
it's doing good though.
Now it's getting better for sure.
It's progressing, and they're going through these growing pains of they tried a full DAO approach, and it's susceptible to collusion and whale manipulation, right?
Yeah.
So then the the response to that is to open the ecosystem, but with a little regulation underpinning it. That's what these committees are for.
Yeah.
They have notable wearable creators as part of these committees. I guess in the beginning stages, there's not so much community delegation, but over time there will be a lot more community delegation. So
yeah,
it's interesting to see, not just Decentraland, but all these DAOs emerging, and they all have their own philosophies and, plan of attack, how to do this the right way. So
yeah, and Decentraland has probably the most well-funded DAO in probably all of crypto, by a wide margin.
Yeah, totally.
Which is, I mean, that's saying a lot. But Decentraland is OG, right? They've been around since the ICO phase, and so that's as OG as it gets. Okay, so all right, we got wearables down. All right, so all you Popaholics, let's do this. All right, so let me type it in because it's not going to be straightforward to say. So I'll type it in. You have to message the MetaZone bot, and the password that you DM this bot is Green Chauffeur.
All lowercase.
Yeah.
Shout out Green Chauffeur, dude. OG Rovi.
Yeah, so Green Chauffeur helped me out.
Hardcore.
He sent out all the popes for the backstory, and I think at one point we need to kind of create a framework for a backstory so that we can create a much larger kind of lore for this game. And a lot of the submissions were really good. Mine was extremely ambiguous on purpose.
Nice.
I don't even remember what I wrote, but it was very like cryptic, and it was like dropping into an adventure story without having like a beginning or an end. It was just like you're in the middle of like this shit storm, you know. All right. Okay, kind of reading the chat here.
Yeah, let us know if anybody. I don't think anybody will have issues at this point. We've done this so many times, but if you do, you know the drill, guys. Put it in the chat. Somebody will help you for sure. There's a little bit of a process to claiming your POAP for good reason.
Yeah, you can't claim later on, Trinity. Yeah.
For how long? How later on?
So I think you have to be on the community call in order to claim.
Okay.
Send me Trinity. Send me a DM. What was I gonna say? So you have to be on the community call, and then you have to have some what we call assets. Like specifically in the context of what asset means, it means that you either have to have like a NFT crowbar or an Ethermon food or a Rovi or anything that is considered an asset.
Yeah. So step one is to create your MetaZone account, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So Will is showcasing right now on the screen. These are examples of meta assets or metas. You know.
Yep.
So some of these are more difficult to acquire than others. Basically, some cost money. Some of these are free. Actually, I don't think you got some ammo there, right? So
Yeah.
basically you just have to hop in the Corona Zombie game and pick up some ammo.
Yeah. K-Dust. All you have to do is send a DM, a direct message to the MetaZone bot, Green Chauffeur. That's the password. Hey, what's going on, K-Day? Thank you for joining. All right, so let me copy and paste this one more time. All right. Let me know if you got the Pope. So here's what the Pope looks like today. I have a little matrix. Okay, you guys got the Pope, UMAC. Appreciate it.
And by the way, guys, we've been teasing at it, but I think by either next week or potentially the week after that, we're going to start doing our MetaZone weekly calls too.
That's right.
So that means there's going to be a new POAP for that. Yay, more POAPs, right? And then potentially more giveaways and, more shit, more hearing us talk shit, just us talking. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But also highlighting cool creators and kind of getting the ball rolling on this whole, like I said, meta economy resurgence, So looking forward to that. Hopefully all you guys here in the Rovi community will join those as well. We'll announce them here in our Discord channel on Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah. So someone discovered an error that I made. And,
oh no, dude.
Yeah, on the popes. So this is a sin of all sins, man.
What'd you do, dude?
Making a mistake on a pope. So as you can see, this is the 21st community call, and we have 21 on here. But if you look back at previous popes, we've gone
like at 25 or something, aren't we?
Exactly, 25.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, I screwed this one up. I don't know how it happened.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what do we do in this situation, dude? This is
So this is like the 25th one, and then next week will be 26, something like that. I'll confirm.
So this is going to be like the 25 just never really existed, right? Exactly. I was about to say this is like the Pokemon version of like a little I think there's like a printing error. There's like little black triangles on the cards or something like that.
Oh really? I didn't know that. I thought it was like the shadow.
Maybe that was magic. But it was something like that.
Yeah.
An error POAP, so rare. Exactly, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my bad. I'm gonna get hanged for this, but it's okay.
Is that how you say it? Hanged?
I
Or
think
is it
it's
hung?
hanged. I think it's hanged.
Okay. I won't dare correct you, dude.
Yeah, I could be so wrong, dude. All right,
Hey.
all right. So let's get back to brass tacks here. Let's go over some updates.
Okay. So we show the wearable. Yeah. So again, going through the process, the distribution should happen hopefully within a couple of weeks after approval. Then we're allowed to mint these bad boys, and then yeah, can't wait to see everybody like in Decentraland rocking them, dude. That's gonna be cool.
All right. So so number 2 here says Rovi accessories might double as Decentraland wearables through a function via Decentraland called linked wearables. So you
Explain that
guys,
to me, dude. Yeah.
no, I'm just gonna allow the community to speculate as to what that means because I don't know. So apparently you can link NFTs to Decentraland's wearables.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure what the implications are for that. But the functionality is there, so we're going to explore it. All right. Okay, so number 3, Rovi name and backstory will be editable on edit asset. Coming soon, Popes have gone out. So that's going to be interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the backstory to the actual NFT metadata. So essentially, you'll be able to go to OpenSea and read this backstory for each Rovi. That's huge, right? So this is like, I don't know. Can you guys find examples of others doing this? And if you do, please put it in the chat there if you can find examples of this. But I like to see it. Because damn, this is pretty cool.
It is. It adds like a persona to these assets, which is what you want to see, right?
Yeah.
These are living creatures in the metaverse. It'd be nice to have a historical record of them. Once again, similar to like because it's a complex asset, dude, just like a meta, right? In the sense that metas, they do things over time. They could generate revenue. So OpenSea like kind of they're lacking a certain historical metric collection, right? Aren't they like in the meta sense? Like you wouldn't be able to know how much revenue.
Oh, that's true.
Like a meta has generated over time, or maybe like how many unique visitors it's had over time.
Yes.
Whether or not these are like speculative value adds to like an individual meta is to be determined.
Yeah.
But they should be presentable nonetheless, right? Like it's
100%.
factored into like the value of an asset, right?
100%. Yeah. If you have a meta and it's generated like 50 grand, you'd want to know that.
Yeah, as like a potential buyers, like I want to know how much the previous owner made owning this thing, right? So, yeah. I think Oscar would have to chime in like how to best do that.
Well, it's in the same way that we can have people contribute to a backstory and add that to the metadata. It's just in this particular case, that metadata is like a function, and so it's real time. So as soon as people are accruing funds based on income on a meta, it's reflected on OpenSea. The only thing that's limiting right now is that OpenSea doesn't have a Polygon network API, and so. A good rule of thumb for you guys listening is if you're trying to buy an NFT that's like a smart NFT, if you will, that has gameplay abilities, not just a JPEG, make sure you refresh the metadata page. It's the little circle-looking arrow. Refresh the page. Make sure it's the latest information. If not, go to the original source before you purchase anything, like an unboxed transporter. Make sure it's actually not unboxed, right? So yeah, that's a good rule of thumb for anything. That reminds me, man, did you hear about Solana's bridge network getting hacked for like a couple $100 million?
How much?
A couple $100 million. It was like
I did hear about that. Yeah,
I think it was.
I didn't know that was Solana's though.
Yeah, 89,000 ETH were stolen, or 100,000 ETH, something like that.
Dude, what a coincidence! Considering like Vitalik was warning everybody like a few weeks ago about exactly this potential, right?
Yep, exactly.
Fucking Vitalik, dude. He's like Cleo. He's the true Cleo. But he brought up a valid argument because the whole industry, like half of the industry is fixated on how to make like interoperability between
Yeah.
networks a possibility, right? Because once we can achieve that, like all of a sudden we have a network of chains, and there's just like so much potential in that, right? But
Yeah.
I guess there's right and wrong ways to do that. So
Yeah.
maybe Solana did it the wrong way,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, and
So
the project was called Wormhole, so it's a great name.
that is a great name for sure. They just wormhole $200 million, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking gone.
Yep. Yep.
Shit happens, I guess, dude.
All right. So DCL news. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. Client application, future VR implications. So imagine taking care of or battling your Rovies in VR, dude. And then future companion mobile app, different from Rovi mobile first. Yep. Okay. So in other news, products now have images. Prep for Meta drop calendar and Meta reviews reactivating soon. All right. So over the last, I would say, 2 months, we've had over 100 submissions of metas, and the process for like a submission is we have to review every single one just to have like quality assurance. Make sure that everything that you're purchasing on MetaZone is actually like a functioning asset. And so we have to review all the code, and then we have to append some code. And we talked about this in the past, is if you jump into Decentraland, you can, and you own that land, you can move the content with a little MetaZone remote that pops up in the bottom right of your screen. So so that code needs to be appended. Eventually, that will be part of like a template that we'll be offering as part of the tools for our creators, so that we don't have to always append this code every single time. But it's not trivial, because some meta submissions have different components that you can move. Like, for example, a house may have already furniture inside, and each furniture acts like a meta, which you can move with the remote. But so, I mean, it's a little bit more in depth than just creating a template. So yeah, that's part of the part of what we're working on as well. The MetaZone versus list and versus screen UI updated, prep for extending creator branding and marketing. So if you go to MetaZone and you go to versus, you'll see this updated kind of UI here. And let's see. And then here we have like an extended, like sort of like a landing page we want our verse creators to kind of build. So we have like a backstory overall for a project. We have all the assets, metas, the loot,
and the relevant metrics on the top right of corner too.
That's right.
That's really important. So I think this over time is going to expand tremendously as we figure out like more and more, especially once these verses are more live, in the sense there's a lot more activity going on, because this is where we really need to showcase like the tremendous potential of like play to earn activity within the metaverse, right? Like you need to be able to visit any verse and see pretty instinctively like, oh shit, there's a lot of economic happenings within this verse. I should probably participate somehow, or I should maybe invest by buying an asset, or maybe whatever you. But the same logical conclusions you can come up with, like when you visit a site like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, to kind of just get like a real blast of information about any particular crypto, I think eventually is like what the versus page will evolve into, just as like one component of it, right? You got to get that same understanding of a verse as you would like a crypto token,
Yes. Yeah, totally.
So yeah, these are, even though this is an update, like we're still in our baby stage, like as far as producing super valuable verse ecosystems,
Yeah, and ultimately this is just creates a framework for creators out there to build and kind of wrap their minds around designing a game. Just because a game that's deployable in the metaverse is not the same type of game that you would find traditionally, like Call of Duty or any of those traditional games. Like there's different rules, and one of the rules is like the economics of it. So so this verse kind of creates that framework for creators to kind of think through what their game, distributed game, could look like, and just another starting point for those creators to at least have a good point to begin with.
So there's a conversation going on in the chat between Christopher and Corv.
I'm totally missing it because I'm looking at other stuff right now. Let's see.
Okay, are we able to have? Hold on. Are we able to have the Rovi move around on the showcase NFT on OpenSea rather than just rotating? Like basically, like can you interact with the Rovi, or would it just do like random movements?
So no, the answer is no, and the reason is because that little that box with a typical image, they only support images or GIFs or videos or music. That's it. Mm-hmm. So it's not an interface where you can interact. Like, for example, if you go into your assets, I think there are, where are my assets? I think there are marketplaces that allow you to do that, where you can like interface with the actual NFT. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess MetaZone would be one where you can kind of do like this cool thing, right? You can't do that.
Yeah, a feature where you push a button and you could do the Harlem Shake or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Programmability into these NFTs. So I wouldn't be surprised, if you see MetaZone allowing this as another creator tool, right? Because that's a huge marketable aspect to any asset you're creating, right? If you could bring it to life even before like deploying it in the metaverse, like if it's already just on display, like it already just shows functionality and again like the programmability of it, that only enhances it as an asset, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, dude. So
it's definitely doable. I mean, just imagine this screen being the actual NFT itself, like on OpenSea. Eventually, they might get there, but obviously, the volume of content that can do this is very small in the grand scheme of things. So they're not worried about that right now.
True. Yeah, the NFT space as a whole, it's still like in a it's in an infant stage where the market is not really looking too far beyond just like a static image representation, right? Like that's what the market is looking for. That's what they're used to. I think as soon as all markets have correction phases, as soon as that happens to the NFT market, and people, I mean, as grim as this might sound, once people kind of get burnt on that whole static NFT ownership, and they across the board, everyone kind of feels the pain in the same sense that like in the last crypto cycle, people felt a lot of burn from like investing in a lot of projects that didn't really have much like utility to a token. All of a sudden, the industry and the market as a whole, they start to look for these things as like the next stage, the next advancement of NFTs, crypto, whatever. So yeah, we haven't gone through that yet, So do with that information what you will. PSA, more than likely, all these static NFTs will probably devalue significantly at some point in the future. So
just
understand that's a necessary part of the market's growth.
This is an interesting topic. I have the similar sentiment as you, but I also have a hesitation in that sentiment, in that these static NFTs, even though you can't really do anything with them, and we're about utility. That's what we like. That's not the point of those NFTs. Those NFTs measure like community. They measure like all kinds of stuff, right? And so people only care about the flippability of those types of NFTs. So it's like a different market, right? So you're gonna find like shit tier looking NFTs like just explode, like CryptoPunks. They don't look aesthetically pleasing, but they're blue chips NFTs.
Yeah.
So
definitely gonna be blue chips, like without a doubt. I think Super Tyler just said it. The CryptoPunks, the Bored Apes. I think they're, that's the Bitcoin of the NFT space, right? Like it's not going anywhere. Yeah. That was they were the first market movers, I guess. So they'll always have that historical precedent. Why is this?
Just keep trying, Che. Just keep trying.
Yeah, keep trying, dude.
And And then you have to have these assets. If you don't have an account, make sure you create an account and get any of these assets. And a lot of these are free. So let's see. All right, going back to the list here. Okay, so last week we said that we began the hologram, or we were beginning the hologram design, and so we're in full swing at the moment. I'm reading here.
Yeah, we'll have future announcements too, like on our plans as far as the distribution of the hologram meta.
That's right. Yeah, so
we definitely want to. It's interesting. Like we've been having these discussions because there's a lot of ways to do this. Because we have right now with the Rovi ecosystem, we have hodlers and we have like active participants, right? If you own a Rovi, you have the choice of either going through the unboxing process and then deploying all these assets and like contributing to the ecosystem, the game ecosystem that is eventually going to exist. Or you can choose not to do that and hodl for whatever speculative purpose. Maybe it's like a sentimental thing. I just want my package as a whole. Who knows? So what do we do in response to that? Like as a stance is like an ecosystem, a platform, like what would we rather see happen? Like people purchase assets and like speculatively hold on to them and not contribute to like an ecosystem, like a game ecosystem, or would you rather incentivize people installing content and supporting the economy? So
yes,
I think these discussions factor into how we want to distribute content into the future, or potentially tokens in the future, all this stuff, right? So we got to have these talks.
Yeah, a lot of this is going to be explained in our white paper, and so that the tokenomics aspect of that is definitely quite the endeavor. So that's still in development as well. I mean, the majority of it is done. The real meat of it is the tokenomics. So we have a few more things to iron out before we share that. And I really need to buckle down, iMan, and figure out what I need to do to launch the MetaZone white paper. Because I think it's ready. There's just like a few more details that I think we all need to discuss, but other than that, I don't think there's anything holding us back to launching it. I
don't think so either. And we could always make it is the devil's in the details. It's this little, I don't know, like I'm scared to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
And the possibility where I'm just gonna like hate it, because that's just the way I am, bit of a perfectionist, I guess. Not really. Not a perfectionist at all. That's just a harsh critic is what I am. I'm more of a harsh critic on myself,
Yeah.
So I know what we're doing is good, because we've received that feedback, and there's also outside validation from neighboring projects that all of a sudden they kind of stumble on the same conclusions we've had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're starting to emulate tokenomic schemes and models that's in this white paper, right? It's not publicly available.
Yeah.
So it's not like they stole it from us or anything like that, right? It's just more like, there's a fucking energy, a wavelength out there that everybody's kind of like trying to tap into in this crypto space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it feels like more and more, people are starting to tap into that energy wave. So
yeah,
that's good. That's good to see.
Yeah. I was surprised too when I saw that. You shared that video explaining the tokenomics of a particular project. I was like, wow, dude, we're smart.
Well, yeah, I didn't say that, but all I'm saying is like we're tapped into the same little fucking channel that's like some aliens out there broadcasting and like waiting for people to pick up. You know what I mean? Hopefully. So yeah, I think we're getting near the point where we could openly talk about all this stuff because it's important and we need the community aligned on all of it. So
yeah,
we'll get there, guys. We've been saying this for probably a month now, maybe even 2.
Yeah, it's because there's so many distractions, man. These are important distractions. I'm not saying that they're we're wasting time, but they're definitely distractions in like actually getting this executed. So
Mhm.
All right. So, last announcement. Make sure you go to that Pope.fun link, and then register for this raffle. So join the raffle here, and then you'll be in to potentially win a Rovi NFT and accessories. Yeah, we're gonna start that in about 4 minutes, and in 4 minutes we're gonna launch this thing, and I think it takes like 5 or 10 minutes or so. So hang in there, guys. Almost there. All right, let me read the chat here. We are through with all the updates for today. Okay, I see somebody having trouble connecting their MetaMask, it seems. How do you get an asset? Okay, so the way you get an asset is a couple of ways. You can jump into Decentraland at 61, negative 27. And once you're there, you can jump into the Corona Zombies game or go near or step onto an Ethermon plot, and then you'll be issued an NFT or an asset in this case. Sometimes it's an NFT. Let me actually go there right now.
Okay. Sorry about that. I had to go dark mode for a second.
You're good.
Probably didn't even notice I was gone, but yeah. So people are want to know how to collect assets, eh? So are we doing the giveaway today?
Yeah, we are. So in a few minutes, we're going to launch that giveaway.
Okay. Right on. Sponsored by Green Chauffeur.
Yeah. So, okay. So, right. Oh, damn. Dude, I'm doing the Matrix, dude. In reverse.
What happened, dude?
I don't know, man. DCL. Oh, damn. I teleported like.
You're in Block Hole. That's like the third floor, dude. How'd you get up there so fast?
I have no idea. All right. Let me actually move and see what happens.
Oh, Green Chauffeur never sponsored it. Just kidding, dude. No sponsor.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's okay if you're a noob, dude. That's fine, man. We welcome all noobs, dude. This is we're all still noobs at this point, but yeah, don't be ashamed or afraid to ask any of these questions because this is a new realm we're all experiencing together. So yeah, there's a little bit of getting used to, noob friendly environment. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so one way to get an asset is to go to 61 negative 27 and jump into this game. You'll see a prompt that says, click here to create an account on MetaZone. And once you create an account and jump back into the game, you'll be issued a Crowbar NFT. And that counts as an asset.
Mm-hmm.
So excuse the slow performance here. I'm running a lot of stuff on this computer.
I'm surprised, dude. This is the Mac Mini, ain't it?
It's the Mac Mini, yeah.
Dude, what the hell? Do we need like a Mac Mega or something? Like, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, Apple hasn't released the Mac Pro.
Okay.
Or the Mac Mini Pro or whatever it's going to be called. But yeah, so that's one way to get an asset. Another way is if you find an Ethermon plot, just stand on top of it, and then you'll automatically get some food to feed your Ethermon, or feed someone else's Ethermon for that matter. And that counts as an asset. And over
so give him the coordinates to that, because that's probably the easiest, right?
Okay, the coordinates for this Ethermon plot is 58 negative 24.
Look at those cute little mons, dude.
Yeah, as soon as you step into this plot, you get the assets, and then you're good. You can verify.
Okay, let me type in those. What are the coordinates one more time? Let me type it in.
58 negative 24.
58 negative 24. All right, dude. Just teleport into that zone. You'll see the mons, then the slimes and the garden bed, all that stuff. So that's probably the quickest way to get your assets.
Mm-hmm.
Ethermon and Rovi. Hell yeah, dude. Can't forget about CZ.
All right, so make sure you go to this link again. Okay, we have 567 popes registered. All right. All right, I think we got to launch this. You guys ready? I'm going to push the button. I'm going to start the draw.
Hold on, give everyone one more minute, dude.
It's 567, Grecifer.
567. That's more than last week, right? Last week was like 4 something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay. Oh, giving out.
Let me refresh this page here. The event 25 given out. Let's see. 45 given out.
What do you mean?
So
like today?
Today, yeah. 45 claimed today.
Gotcha. Okay. He said no ever. It's 25. Like we've only had 25 popes.
Yeah.
Right?
About 25. I think there is. It might be like 26 or 27.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, we don't know exactly.
Yeah, but here they are. 3, 6, 8, 24, 28.
Holy crap, dude, you're way off.
Yeah.
It's 28, dude. Dude, those OG ones that I made, they're gonna be worth a fortune someday, dude, because of how dumb and basic they look.
Yeah, look at
that. You know what I mean? Look at that, dude.
The only one's not animated, dude.
Yeah. There's a charm in my, half-assery, dude. I think so. Maybe not, though. We'll see. All right, go ahead. Why are you fucked, dude? You can't get in? He said, I don't mind. Damn it. Okay, well, we're going to have to get it started, guys.
We'll be back, K-Dust, same time next week, and we'll help you get an asset before then. Yeah, there's a couple of popes for like special events, like the backstory, the one with this red. There's another one, the launch day. That was like an extra live event that we did. The unboxing. There was like a talk.
Unboxing.
There was a talk with Green Chauffeur. That was an extra one.
Very nice.
Backstory. That was an extra one.
I like that. Yeah, see, all these are special event additions, dude. Again, adding more exclusive variables into the POAP ecosystem, dude. I like it.
Okay, here we go. Starting draw.
All right, guys. Good luck. Everybody pray to the POAP gods, dude. Hopefully you're in the good graces. Hopefully you've done good things. You have good karma on your side. All of that, If you've been an asshole over the last couple of weeks, you're probably not going to win.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, the POAP gods will not be in your favor. So let's see what happens here. So this takes a while usually, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So I mean, no offense, but you only get... Yeah.
Retro popes.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost my position as a POAP creator, dude, pretty quickly, dude.
Yeah, you got demoted, dude. It's like, get out of here with this.
I got kicked out, dude. Retro POAPs. Yeah, see, mine look like pogs.
Holographic pogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of seeing through here. I want to see some file list.eth, some ETH domain names. All right, we're getting... Oh, we got cut in half quick.
Already?
I think they're getting faster, dude.
They are. This is on XDie, isn't it?
It sure is.
Good old XDie, dude.
That was our horse, dude.
That was our horse. God damn it. What happened to XDie, man? It just got completely smoked by Matic, dude.
Yeah, it
unbelievable. Did. I mean, it performs fine. It's just
yeah, there's been no problems with XDie whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just the market likes what it likes, dude, and XDie is not what it likes. But still, they were around early enough. POAPs are around early enough to kind of give us a glimpse of what layer 2 technology could do. I remember that. we got to witness the very beginnings of it. And I guess Decentraland too. Decentraland was very tied into Matic early on.
Yeah, Decentraland was like early users of Popes as well because it made the most sense. And remember,
yeah, like actual events to attend and stuff like that.
yeah, we were paying like $50 to $75 to claim a Pope, guys, and you guys are getting it for free because of XDie.
Mm. Yeah, dude, we should work on XDie's marketing team, dude.
Yeah, right.
It's like we're promoting. It's like good old XDie, dude.
Yeah. All right. 174 left. So there's going to be 4 winners, and the last one gets the 3-in-1 NFT.
Potentially 4-in-1 at some point, but we don't know yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually 4-in-1. So there was somebody asking, what is a Rovi? So while we wait here, we can kind of give the overview, the synopsis of Rovi. So Rovi is among the first distributed play-to-earn games, right, along with Ethermon. And so this is based on a battle mechanic that will allow you to do battles against other people, other Rovies, for tokens. And there's a lot of aspects to the game, like upgrading and reinforcing and all these like functions that end with an ing. Those are all functions that are wrapped as metas that are deployable in the metaverse. And so we keep saying that this is a 3-in-1 NFT. That's because the transporter holds a supercharger that holds a Rovi. So those are 3 different items. That's why we call it a 3-in-1 NFT. And you can unbox them on MetaZone. So once you unbox them, then you start unlocking its potential, meaning you get your unique Rovi, right? It's 1 out of 10,000. And then you get a unique battle attribute once you are fully unboxed. And then eventually you'll be able to battle these and earn tokens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot on the other side of like, making these, not just all these assets deployable in the metaverse, right? So that's the MetaZone side of the equation, right? Which, I mean, we talk about, but not as in depth as we will, like during our MetaZone calls, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot to this, you know. That's why we get to proclaim to being the first, the first at, metaverse deployable NFTs. And as a matter of fact, we just released an article a couple of days ago on our MetaZone Medium page highlighting exactly that.
I have that right here, man.
Huh?
I have it right
here. You have it all pulled up and ready to go? Yeah, this is it, dude. We wrote this article. It's kind of like because a lot of you guys are new. You don't know our history totally about like our contributions to the metaverse space over the last few years. So it goes through that. It goes through the phases of development we've been through over the last few years and like where we are today and where we expect to go into the future. So it's a nice little refresher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so if you want to read that, give us some claps. We'd appreciate it because that's what you do on Medium. You just clap on articles. Give it a couple claps.
Yeah. Go to the very bottom of the page or right here. Clap it.
Clap, clap, clap it up. And then, yeah, dude, scroll down to that video. I just wanted to look at that, dude.
Yeah, this is the very, very first meta. If you guys can believe that.
This is as OG as it gets. This is what Decentraland used to look like.
Yeah.
It was like nothingness, dude.
Gray grids for endless of space.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what the original character models were supposed to be, like little animal avatars or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But they decided to go more humanoid, you know? Yep. So very interesting. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, the Rovies is a big deal because the Rovi project it's what's bringing the actual NFT ecosystem to life, you know?
Okay, let me share the Medium link. Yeah, this is a solid read. All right. There we are.
All right, where are we at on the
Pope, the poppening?
Yeah, did we miss it?
No.
Oh man,
14
did
left.
we get? Oh, we didn't miss it. Okay.
So Super Tyler got cut out. Green Chauffeur is not in, I think. So we got new winners this time. Hive Collapse. Have Coin.
Okay.
WebVR.
Safira.
Yeah.
All right, dudes. We're getting down to the wire.
All right. So we got new winners this time. Cool.
I think WebVR was around last week, around like this bracket too. So I don't know if he actually won or not, but maybe you got a chance this time.
And look at this special Rovi, right? He's hanging in there, right, for doing a backstory. Okay. All right. It's almost over, guys. I guess a question for everyone. All right, what sort of content? Yeah, man, is there an apocalypse over there, dude?
Something like that.
What sort of content would you guys like us to go over next week? All right, we've got 9 left. Anything that you guys want us to talk about or explain or predict? Trey Waters is out. Knocked.
Oh, VR is the one that owns the land 58-24. Badass, dude. Thanks for hosting the Ethermon content closest to our tower, dude, because that definitely comes in handy. Hopefully you win something here today. Oh, he just got knocked out.
Got knocked out.
Damn. I'm sorry, dude.
Damn, that sucks. All right. So Super Tyler, what's the question? Will they involve metas? Patrick is saying Rovi meme competition. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, hell yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we need more freaking alternate POAPs. So yeah, some more contests.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Green Chauffeur, you mentioned something else. You mentioned doing an activity for a pope. Oh, we got our winners. Here we are. Okay. Hive Collapse, Have Coin, and 2 random ETH addresses.
Congratulations, guys. Chime in the Discord chat if you're a winner, so we could all, bro out together and celebrate. You're number 4, K-Day? Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Congrats.
Hell yeah, dude.
That means you get an accessory, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hive Collapse, you got the 3-in-1, potentially 4-in-1 NFT, dude. Congrats, dude. Welcome to, if this is your first Rovi, welcome.
Yes.
You're now officially an operator, whether you decide to unbox or not. You're still part of the crew. And yeah, man. Hopefully all you winners decide to stick around for all our weekly discussions moving forward.
Yeah. So once we get the wearables minted, and let me bring the wearables back up.
That's true. The snapshot hasn't happened yet, right?
It has not happened. So once we get it minted, then we'll take a snapshot, and then anyone who holds a Rovi, even if it's in a transporter or supercharger, doesn't matter. Anyone who holds a Rovi will get this wearable so that you can kind of showcase that you're an operator in Decentraland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That is it for us. We are 5 minutes over. Appreciate you guys coming as always. Time is the most valuable token that we all have, and you guys spent it with us. So we appreciate it as always. We will be back next week, same time, same place. We're going to be giving away some more Rovies and some accessories. And yeah, stay tuned for more Rovi updates. We're going to be kind of initiating the testers group again with the hologram meta here pretty soon.
Yeah, and we're also now that the backpack is created, the Rovi Tester Guild wearable, very exclusive, futuristic Roviverse duffel bag, which I don't even know if we've found the design yet, but we'll start working on that next.
And that's preliminary. It could be something else, but
it's true. Yeah, that's just what we think now, but. That's next step as far as wearable content. And then after that will probably be some other more ubiquitous from here on out, like wearable, like full body type thing.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for always joining us every single week. We'll be back again next week, and yeah, congratulations to the winners, and we will catch you next week.
Peace out, guys. Bye.